Pandas, 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 pandas. Got bras and attitudes and don't need a panda. Pandas! Good morning and welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Make sure you fill that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be. We just finished the pre-market show. If you guys don't know, the pre-market show is available for anyone who is a panda. Thomas Master asks, what time does a pre-market show start? It starts at 9 o'clock. And if you want access to the pre-market show, or if you want a link to it, you basically have to go to the actual channel itself, because it doesn't, like, YouTube doesn't post on like your feeds for private videos or members only videos, and so it's like a panda OnlyFans. But basically, if you go to the channel, you'll see a members tab. And that's only viewable for her members, and there you can see all the links to all the members only videos. And so yeah, so that's available for you guys. A lot of people are wondering, a lot of people think this is the pre-market show because they see the little they'll see the title screen or the splash screen, but no, it's not. That's honestly just yeah, that's honestly just to let people know who are waiting that we are in a pre-market show. If you're wondering what the heck is a pre-market show or why would I want to do that, the truth is, pandas, I know there's a lot of you guys who would be pandas regardless if there's a pre-market show or not. You know how I know that? Because you guys were pandas before I even gave the pre-market show perk. And, I realized, honestly, for me and Mrs. Panda, we do appreciate all the memberships. I don't make much money from the memberships. There's not that many members. But for me, it doesn't really matter how many people become members. I'm not trying to make a living off of memberships. That's not the point. The point is, for the pre-market show, really how I see it is, you can take it or leave it. It's for you guys, really. I know it sounds maybe conceited, but it's for you guys. It's for you guys who want to see more. And I put a small paywall, and for me, I consider it a cup of coffee, like once a month. And it's $4.99, which is basically a Starbucks, grande, or even a tall. I don't even know. It depends on the drink. It's a pumpkin spice latte. It's a PSL, and I just Mrs. Panda and we appreciate it, and trust me, all that money goes to basically just treating Mrs. Panda to some nice cafe time. Guys, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Also, your location. I'd love to know where you guys are from. And don't forget to scalp that like button. William McGrath, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Good morning, guys. Let me say hi to a couple of my pandas here. Kevin Mag, BNZMB, good morning, guys. Thomas Masters, good morning. EP Media, Hugh, good morning. PB Vince, good morning. Sweet Onions, Maria G, Steven Milan, Bhaskar, good morning, guys. Mike G, I found that out the hard way. That's the pre-market show. Speedy Boy, good morning. Sleepy Joe, good morning. Ralph Gruns, good morning from Atlanta, home of the MLB 2022 Eastern Division Champs and MLB 2021 National Champion Atlanta Braves. What an introduction. Turtle Toes, how was yesterday? I couldn't get up. I was so tired. You didn't miss much. I didn't take any trades yesterday, actually, during stream, which I know might make a lot of people angry, but I simply do not care. I'd rather be flat than red. Yoshiaki, good morning. H Cal, good morning. Frank Angelo, good morning from gloriously sunny day in New Jersey. It's my first day with a P account. Thanks, man. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is when the journey starts. This is when the real journey starts. Turtle toes. Wow. Turtle toes. He's been a long time viewer. A long time viewer, and this is the first time. Oh, he's became a super panda. Turtle toes. Thanks for becoming a super panda. Amazing. If you guys don't know what super panda is versus a panda, enjoy your green name, man. Enjoy your two-legged poi badge that forms over time. Enjoy your panda emoticons. Pandas, let's give turtle toes a nice, warm panda welcome. And enjoy access to the pre-market show. Make sure you check out the channel. You'll see a members tab, and you can see the pre-market. You can even see today's pre-market show if you wanted to. It's your prerogative, since you have access to it now. Also, you have access to the two-legged pullback Discord, and there should be instructions on how to get to it. Yeah, so thank you for becoming a panda. Thanks for the coffee. How about you? 4-month membership. Hey, four cups of coffee for 4 months. Appreciate that. I really do hope you get much more than what you pay for. I hope it's worth its weight in gold. Hope no one feels like, oh man, this is I'm feeling gypped here. You know, for people who really are interested in my journey, hopefully this satisfies you in a sense. Yeah, Charles. If you need help, just let me know. Some people have had trouble with it. The thing is, you have to link your Discord to your YouTube, which people don't understand. You have to link your account so it knows that you're a super panda. All right, market just opened. What do I think? I think we're gonna have a trading range day today. We are stuck between the high and low of the overnight session, and we're trading right in the middle of it. Basically trading pretty close to the previous day's close. And this blue line here is actually a ledge, multi-day ledge so far that I'm keeping here because we're near it. And so since we're near it, I feel like it's still relevant. And I feel like today will probably be trading range day today. Actually, yeah, Super Panda's 4 cups of coffee. It is a little more premium, and the reason why I put that premium there is because there are people who actually pay to get into two-legged pullback Discord, and they pay through by purchasing the two-legged pullback deluxe indicator. If you get that, that's about $200, and if you pay for that, then essentially you get lifetime access to the two-legged pullback Discord. So for me, it felt really unfair to, you know, make it like free access to the, you know, the Discord. So I figured I had to put a price on it out of respect of those who paid already. Does Apex work with trade? I think it does. I think Apex, I think you can almost use any brokerage or any platform. But the problem is for me is that I'm really dependent on the trade copier. So I'm sticking with NinjaTrader for now. But if they create if there's a trade copier for another platform, like I actually wouldn't. Actually, I mean, I've grown to like NinjaTrader as long as they have hotkeys in the platform where you can put trades in and stuff. Then to me, that's, you know, that's all I can recreate the experience here. Maybe just refund people. Sorry, the world doesn't work like that. Kellyanne, good morning. Han says, show your face. It's already done. Already done. This is my face. Kellyanne says, I love TradingView. I really gotta make this indicator for TradingView, huh? Pandas, would you like that? Would you like this indicator on TradingView? I'm actually thinking about also creating a supply and demand, supply demand, some sort of indicator for supply and demand. Honestly, the two-legged pullback, I like it a lot, but I think supply and demand creates opportunities for very big swings. And so I'm considering starting to incorporate some supply and demand. And plus, supply and demand also uses price action. Still a price action type of setup. So for me, I may start to incorporate that. I may start distancing myself from like just the two-legged pullback. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what the future holds. If I find some good success with supply and demand, then I will definitely let you guys know. We're coming back up to the previous day's close. For me, supply and demand has always been part of my my price action trading. It's just I never called it that. It was more of a call. I usually call it gaps, and the gaps here, like huge gap here, and you have like a gap here, and this gap never gets filled. And so this is in a sense a supply demand area where you have this gap here, and we see a strong push off of it. We're pinched between the previous, well, we're really pinched between 240 SMA and the 20 EMA. You can see it's as they're converging. This is when things get a little choppy here. So I'm going to sit on my pause. Notice that we're opened basically right in the middle of the overnight session. Overnight session had a large push up, large push down, and we're opening right in the middle of it. So this is why I'm thinking we'll have a trading range day today. I'm gonna sit on my pause here. I don't have a trade. We're pinched between the two moving averages, and you can see that by the price action, they're responding to it, which means that I'm sitting on my pause until we break out of this. Right now we're going breakout mode. Right, smaller time frame. It's inside bars. 10,000 tick chart, OI pattern, outside bar, inside bar. Second entry long, but not interested. Way too choppy for me. Gonna sit here for a little bit. Gonna reload my historical actually while this chops around a little bit here. Kellyanne, I agree. I think your personality probably better with swing trading, because, it's better than, waiting like 3 hours for a scalp. Even though it's a high probability setup, it's still so much just waiting. Swing trading, there's a little more oomph in the trade. So it feels like it's worth it in a sense to wait. So yeah, I feel like, swing trading it might be more suitable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even for me, I incorporate some swing trading off stream. I try to do it here a little bit, but not as much because, the purpose of this stream is to show scalping. But there are some moments where I will talk about, a couple days ago, I had about a 7-point swing trade on stream. And so, sorry, the chart's frozen right now because it's reloading. So I think that's important. You find a strategy that's suitable for your personality too. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. That is actually what you should do. And, for me saying that, I might lose some viewership because people are like, yeah, that's right. Like, why am I scalping with this panda? I don't care. You can leave. This is, honestly, it's like, what's important is what's good for your journey. Like, I don't want to keep you here just so you can watch and your journey failing because you're kind of like hitting your head on the same, trying to do the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. It's kind of like, for me, I would not want that for anybody, even my worst enemy. I would say, if you can find a strategy that suits your personality better and you're better at it and you can, make some bamboo off of that, like and if that what that takes is for you to leave this stream and not watch it anymore, please do that. Do that. You need to do that right now. And you guys saying, man, Panda is crazy. Why would he say that? Doesn't he care about like how many viewers he has? Like, sure, I do a little bit, but not as much as your personal growth in trading. Like, I don't want you to be losing money and me keeping you as a viewer. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, that's just like bad character in general. I'm trying to figure out this channel here, but this big push up is making it a little weird to me. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna just kind of do something weird and just like kind of capture some of these swing lows. We do end up pushing. Sorry, we broke out of that, you know, that convergence there, and now we're pushing up higher. The daily chart's interesting as well. Look at the daily chart. Daily chart is balancing off the 20 EMA, and this is where we're finding some chop. So today also, I feel like could be trading range day today because we can just be inside bar. I could be wrong. What traders are waiting for is 2 strong bull bars ending on their high and pause bar. So I feel like if it goes above this high, people may start to convert to always in long. But I personally think they need a strong bull bar after this to feel confident. And after that, maybe always in long after that. I don't know. I mean, 20 EMA is a very strong area, so we're pushing higher now, and we're approaching the previous day's high, so that may be something you may consider. Anthony Ben says, Panda, I lost more than $4,000 without any profit. I think that two-legged method is so bad. Yeah. I mean, honestly, you probably are not either trading it correctly or you're doing it, you know, in a bad context, because I know people can find success in two-legged, but maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's just not your type of setup. And yeah. What can I say? All right, pushing higher. Am I looking for a second entry long here? It's hard for me to take one that's floating in midair. I will need it to come back to my 20 EMA. And with such a strong push up here like this, I feel like you know, we could have a pretty strong move up. I mean, I could be wrong. Jason says, to be honest, I mostly trade reversals and traps because I struggle to find solid two legs. And that is perfectly fine. If that's like the setup that you like and you're comfortable with that setup and you're good at identifying them, then that's exactly what you do. You do what works best for you. And we are pushing very strongly up. There is a breakout area we need to test. Right here. I mean, previous day's high, obviously another target. Obviously another target here. Interesting. I'm not going long here, even though it's very strong momentum. It's just too far away from any key area. You know, people forget, like, two leggies. What's the most important thing about two leggies? It's the context, right? It's the context. So if you're not near, like, a key area, right? If you're not near support, if you're not near something that you can bounce off of, the two leggy is pretty much, in my mind, it's nothing. It's not even to be considered. Reversals as well. If they're not coming off of a certain resistance or support. You know, reversals don't mean much to me. You know, it has to come off some sort of area that I feel like it can at least bounce. And so, you know, for me, I'm just thinking, you know, also two leggies. So, you know, this is a two-legged pullback, and you can draw a potential like trend line here, but to me, this is like one floating in midair. And even though it's a strong move up, I need this to come back down to the 20 MA. And I need the 20 MA to continue to point upwards. We have a two-leggy here off the 20 MA. I put a poll up to see what you guys think. Would you take a second entry long here? That's a decent signal bar. Risk is not that large. We can consider this a break of trend to new high. That could be the case. We could have a reversal here. 20 EMA starting to... Wow, inside bar. Another push down. It pops up. You can still enter this long if you wanted to. That's disappointing. You do not want a bar that looks like a failed breakout. It's almost going to stop you out. It hasn't stopped you out yet. You're still in this trade. And you just got stopped out if you took that second entry long, unfortunately. I'm going to take the second attempt up here. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. I'm taking a second attempt after this. It's basically a double trap here, and I'm going to take the double trap, thinking that we can have a little room to come up here. Do not copy my trades. It's also getting a little choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars, but the double trap is what's making me want to go long here. Do not copy my trades. Wow, these bars are so small and it's getting very choppy. Multiple dojis in a row. This could be a, you know, basically small trading range. No longer interested in this trade. I'm no longer interested because how many dojis there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars. To me, starting to become 50-50, and it has a good chance to push up here. But to me, this price action tells me to just stay away. Let's just stay away from it and just see what happens. And I don't mind this goes 1,000 points from here. It's just right now this setup, I cannot take it. It's way too many bars overlapping, too much sideways movement. Right, 20 EMA just going in and out of it, and I'm just you know, I'll let this one go because it's too confusing. The setup is too confusing for me. Too many dojis. All right, so again, this is why I didn't want to enter long here, because it got too choppy. It just started to look like trading range type price action, and you got stopped out if you went long here. Better flat than red. Better flat than red. Yeah, you know, Nasir has a point. You know, it does sometimes take... All right, so a lot of you guys would take that long trade, and you guys just lost money. Panda here has skipped it. Guess where we are. Back to the previous day's low, or sorry, close, and signaling more and more that this may just be a trading range type day. Even though we had a super strong push up, it just reverses right back down to previous day's low. Sorry, close. I keep saying low. Close. Area asks 80% apex. I wish. I wish. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Columbus Day? I don't know. I don't work for Apex. The problem with Apex is that if they continue to do 80% off codes people are just gonna wait for 80% off codes. That's kind of like they you know, if you spoil them too much, then you know they'll catch on. So I feel like that honestly might hurt them. 50% off is in itself a very good deal in my opinion, and I think you know, that in itself is such a good deal. But 80% off, man, that's free money. To me, it's actually like free money. It's crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, Apex they closed or they prohibit opening accounts in certain countries, and it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, I understand their point of view. Their point of view, they have to mitigate risk. That's like the most important thing for them. I have problems every now and then with our trader freezing up. I'm not sure what you mean by freezing up. The situation is just they closed. They made it so you can't trade in or you can't open accounts in certain countries, like kind of like high risk countries, I guess, like countries that are kind of known for lots of scamming and things like that. So it's like for them, they want to protect themselves. I get it. They, you know, they're a private company. They can do whatever they want. Thomas Masters, when you say freezing up, I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you mean like the program itself is like freezing, you have to control alt delete out of it, or you mean like you cannot log in? Because I have issues sometimes logging in because they have a lot of maintenance periods. And right now we're just bouncing. We're going in and out of the previous day's close, and on a trading range day, we can be around this area for a very long time. Yeah, it's a big list, 70 countries. Okay, we're coming off our trend line again. I mean, it was a little too generous here. Something more like this might be better. Nice balance. I'm not going long off of that trade, off that trend. Not like that, at least. We could have a break of trend to new low, or a beginning of a downtrend, and we're looking for first break of trend to new low. I don't know. Hard to say. To me, as long as we're near this magnet, I feel like we might be in trading range, but we're also contained in this channel. It's a nice looking channel, and multiple hits on it. Oh, okay, Apex is using deal, and deal has those restrictions. That makes sense too. Our hacker says, bro, 90% of people that buy those discounts don't even pass. I agree. That's trading. Trading is hard. You know, that's going along with the statistic, the overall statistic that 90% people are unprofitable. Only 10% people are typically profitable. I would even go even further than that. From those 10% that pass the eval, only 10% of those 10%, I believe, can actually withdraw money. And so for those who are actually profitable, at the end of Apex, it's probably 1%. It's 1%, and it's not because it's luck. It's not a luck thing. It's because people who are doing it, you have a mix, you have a gambit of all types of people who are trading. People who never traded before, they're just opening accounts. They have no idea what they're doing. You have people who are trading for 5 to 10 years. You know, people who have a little more experience, and then you have professional traders as well. And so you have you know, you have every type of trader. And if you consider every type of trader, and considering how hard it is already, it doesn't surprise me that 10% and 10% are those who withdraw, you know. So because I would say part of that 10%, people who do pass, you know, they might pass with luck. They could easily pass with luck. So I think at the end, only 1% really are able to withdraw money. That's like a intuitive statistic. I don't know, it's not verified at all, but that's what I imagine. Trap trade to the long side, maybe interested here, coming off our trend line. Sure, let's take it. Outside bar reversal. Darn. I didn't want the outside bar reversal. But the outside bar reversal does scalp out at least. What's this blue line here? Oh, okay. It's a breakdown area. Break a trend to new high, perhaps. Another reversal back down to the previous day's close. And this is very characteristic of a trading range day, that you typically stay around the area and you go through that area multiple times throughout the day. The area, previous day's close, which is basically at the ledge. You know, I almost want to get rid of this ledge because it's basically at the same point. It's like it's like 1 point off. Quite literally. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in prop firms, there's a lot of questions, and as people start to get more experience with prop firms, by the way, make sure you scalp that like button. Helps out this channel out a lot. It really does. And I know you don't want YouTube to know what you like. I know you don't want, the algorithm to start, catering things to the, what you press and what like buttons you press and what comments you make. I know you don't want YouTube to like it. I know, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Pandas, it's worth it. Make sure you scalp that like button. If you do enjoy the content, then why not? Why not let YouTube algorithm know what you like? They'll continue to recommend good stuff to you. Stuff that you're interested in. Yeah, Kellyanne has a bunch of funded accounts. She's more of a she's more of a try them all and figure out which ones you like best. She doesn't have only Apex. I personally like Apex because I like the rules the most. It fits my strategy the best, and plus since they're verified, legit, I prefer them. Their customer service is also very good. Granted that some people, of course, may not have the best. They can't give money to everybody, but for the most part, I feel like Apex does have some very good support, and I feel like they go above and beyond even a little bit more than they have to. Like, for instance, if there's a rhythmic issue, right? That's nothing to do with Apex, but they do use rhythmic, and so when there's a rhythmic issue, if anything, rhythmic should be giving people refunds. But the problem is, they don't work with people directly, not really, at least not that I know of. And so they would even reconcile some of those issues with rhythmic. I've, in my personal experience, even had them reset some accounts because of rhythmic issues on funded accounts. There was an issue that busted my account with rhythmic. I was like, oh my goodness, and it happened to be like a site-wide issue. Not just my personal local machine, but I think especially if it's a site-wide thing, like if it's all rhythmic, then they're more generous to help you out. But if it's like a personal thing, it could be like your internet connection. They just can't prove anything, so oftentimes they don't try to help you out that much. But if it's like a site-wide rhythmic thing, then they'll, at least from my experience, they've helped before. We break a trend to new low. This channel is now broken. Almost feel like I should get rid of this channel at this point. Typically the first 5 bars on the 5-minute, you can tell what kind of day it's going to be. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. With these first 5 bars, well, let's say even a 6 bar here, what kind of day do you think this might be now that we have some more information? I'm going to put a poll up for you guys. So I do this before, you know, before anything. A lot of you guys thought it was a trading range day today, but now with more information, what kind of day do you think it might be? And these are important questions to ask, you know, especially when you have more information, because that can affect, you know, your biases. James Crow says, so random question, but just seeing if my thinking is right. I took a chance on an 80% off account and busted it's only a 50K account, so it would be smart to open a new account rather than reset the old account, correct? It's minimal because I think it's like $85 to reset, and it pretty much is like $85 to open a new 50K account because now there's no more 80% code. So the difference is minimal. The nice thing is though, if you do, yeah, you know what you should do actually is open a new one, because I don't know how long ago it was, but if you did, you know, let's say like your renewal or the recurring charge will happen soon, it's actually better to just do a brand new one, because if you reset it, you're gonna pay $80 plus, then you're gonna pay another 80 some dollars for the renewal fee. So it's better if you just open a brand new one if you're really close to renewal. Does that make sense? You basically will double pay if you just reset it, if it's close to the, you know, the month end. Big push down. The overnight low. I'm going to mark it here. This is the overnight low. I'm going to make it red. We're heading straight down to it. Absolutely amazing. I could not have predicted this move. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Very strong move down. 10,000 tick chart. You can see that we were in a range. In a lower highs, second entry short. The range, we're at the bottom of the range now on the 10,000 tick. Like multiple bear bars in a row. You're thinking some follow through. Strong bear bars in a row here. I have a lot. Oh, okay, so. This blue line is basically where the gap was on the 5-minute chart. And we're back at it, right at the gap. Sorry, I know it looks crazy, but. Am I looking for a reversal here? 4 pushes down. I mean, we're going to need some strong evidence. We're going to reverse it. We need to go above the 20 EMA here. Yeah. Someone mentioned William McGrath said 10K busted 240 SMA. If the 240 SMA or any moving average is flat like this, typically it doesn't act as a support or resistance. Typically it doesn't. You know, if it's like flat, it means that, you know, the market is in trading range. So oftentimes it kind of disregards it. If it's trending like this, right? If it's like a trend, if there's a strong trend, then typically it'll bounce. Like it'll bounce off here. It didn't do much here, but typically if it's flat, then you don't really consider it to be much of anything. Hope that makes sense to you. But if it's like pointing upwards and you're in an uptrend and then you find you come back down to it, then it's like, okay, that makes a little more sense. I mean, this is such a strong downtrend. Like, I want to go short here. Is that crazy? I mean, this looks very choppy as well. A, B, C. Pretty close to the 20 MA. I mean, technically, I should be looking for reversals if I think this is a trading range type day. Terrible signal bar. That kind of helps me not enter this short, but it's going to stink if it does give you a nice scalp here because I just couldn't take it with this signal bar here. Unfortunately. Yeah, so I missed a scalp there. I mean, that's the signal bar. It looks ugly. Ends up having a nice entry bar, so maybe you can come with a retracement thinking if you like your premise to go short. That's a good place to do it. Remember, this red line is a previous day or the overnight low. I'm just marking it because it might bounce off of it. If I think today we have a trading range day, then this might be an area where we bounce off. It can break beneath it a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a nice support today. You know, if we bounce off of here, if I see a nice strong reversal setup above the 20 MA here, I'm going to take it or fail second entry short. Because my premise right now is a trading range day type day, I'm gonna trade accordingly. By the way, for those who are new, I'm Bob My Money. Thanks for joining my stream. I'm flat today so far. No good setups. The only setup maybe was this one here. Do I like it? I could come up with a retracement, and then that might have been better. You know, it triggers, and it comes with a retracement, 1 or 2 ticks. That might be a better setup. Well, like I said, today probably trading range day, so I'm actually looking for reversals here. I'm not sure. I want to wait to actually hit some sort of support here. I mean, we're close to it, but we're not quite there. Wow, what a move. I mean, this is getting really choppy now, limit order market. I'm just sitting on my pause. Nothing to do here, Pandas. Nothing to see here. Just move along, move along. Nothing to see. But yeah, Kellyanne's right. You know, at the Discord, you can just like share pictures and you can share your thoughts. Like, this is more like you guys are watching me and conversing amongst yourselves. But on the two-legged Discord, everyone's the same. Everyone's equal, and everyone can share their opinions. Everyone can share pictures, their strategies. You know, if they like certain two-leggies. Well, Pandas, I'm Bob My Money. Every single day we trade live here at 9:15 for the mainstream and 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. And if you're new to here, we are trading futures markets. If you guys don't know what future markets are, no, they're not stocks. They are a derivative of a stock, which is the S&P cash index, and it's a futures market, so we trade contracts. It's not like options contracts, but what we trade here is a derivative, which is leveraged contract, about 50 times leverage. And so every point here on the emini is $50 with one contract. And so what we try to do here is scalp using the two-legged pullback. We use only one single setup here to try to keep things simple as possible. And so if you want more information about the setup, right, it's a two-legged pullback, looks like this, or like this. If you want more information about the setup, you can check the description below. We also trade 100% risk-free using a prop firm called Apex. And if you wonder how you can get if you get funded or trade risk-free and get funded, you simply have to pass an evaluation with Apex. And so whatever money I lose here is not my personal capital, but whatever money I gain, I'm able to keep. And so to me, it's 100% risk-free when it comes to trading. Full disclosure, you know, there are fees. You have to pay for evaluation. You have to pay for maintenance fees, right? Once a month. And so those are all included in there. But for me, when it comes to actual trading, those things are trivial. Very trivial to me. With one scalp, you can make up all the fees, to be honest. If you want more information about Apex, then you can, there's a link in the description. Also, the best part is there is a 50% off code right now. BBM50, you get 50% off. We got pretty close to the previous day's low, the overnight low. I'm thinking if I should trade off this, if this is close enough. I'd like it to actually touch it. If we have a strong push above the 20 MA, then maybe, but right now, I'm a little hesitant. I feel like this might act as a magnet. I think there's unfinished business here. I'm not sure though. Kellyanne asks, how do you join Discord? There's two ways you can join a Discord. You can either purchase the two-legged pullback deluxe edition, which is this indicator that you see here. It's a two-legged pullback indicator. It shows you every single two-legged pullback on screen, and identifies every two-legged pullback, every trap. It gives you signals, gives you alerts. You can do automated trading with it. And so if you are interested in the indicator, then I would recommend purchasing the deluxe version so you can get access to the Discord, which is just $50 more than the standard, but you get lifetime access to the Discord. Another way you can do it, join the Discord, is if you become a Super Panda, and that's $20 a month, and that you can cancel whenever you want. So say you just want to see it, check it out for 1 month. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, then you can just cancel your membership. Simple as that. Hamian Lewis says, when do you think they'll do 80% off? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, their pattern has been like holidays, but really, I just don't know. Who knows? They may never do it again. It's their prerogative, so I have no idea. Like I mentioned, I feel like they had unfinished business here. I feel like they want to touch this actual support here. I could be wrong, but the 20 EMA is still pretty aggressively pointing down, and we're bouncing off of it right now. That's a lower high second entry short. Maybe interested in that, but we just breached the overnight low, and so now here I'm looking for a reversal pattern, and do not copy my trades. The reason being because I feel like we're in a trading range type day, and this could be a nice move up. I may swing this. I may do 2 contracts here to try to get a runner, squeeze a runner out of this. What I want to see here is a strong bounce here. I need a big push up above the 20 MA. I need, multiple bull bars. I need to have this trigger above the 20 MA. That would be beautiful, and if we get it, then that's what I'm looking for. This drawing tool is called Path, and the only way you can access it is you have to assign it to a hotkey. You cannot access it by right-clicking and going to drawing tools. So you probably won't see it. You need to actually assign it to a hotkey, and then you have access to it. So this is not what I'm looking for. I want this to break above the 20 MA. I need this to be I need to be convinced that this is actual support. This red line here. Oh, you do? Sorry. Let me check. Is it? Yes. Okay, sorry, my bad. You know what? I think that might have been with the upgrade. I remember I remember not seeing it, and they might have added it. They might have added it. I'm not sure. This is not as convincing as I want it to be, but we are getting a 2-leggy here, and it may be a fail second entry short. I'm going to wait for this fail second entry short here. I could be wrong. I could just miss a clean second entry short and just a 2-legged pullback. It's not as convincing as I want it to be, but it is a setup I'm looking for. Signal bar is real bad here. 1, 2, 3, 4 point risk, 4.25 point risk. Let's see if it traps though. And we're beneath the 20 MA currently. I don't like that. I don't like how we're beneath the 20 MA here. I don't like that. I don't like how we're beneath the 20 MA. The triggers is right there, right at the 20 MA. Oh, darn. I mean, I like this reversal setup. It's just beneath the 20 MA. 20 MA is still kind of curling down. That's tough. That's tough. But it is the setup that I was looking for. I was looking for a trap trade rather than continuation down. But yeah, to lower high second entry short here. And so if you took that trap, you're still safe actually. You're safe by 1 tick. Okay, you just got stopped out, and it's a lower high second entry short. So I skipped that trap because we're beneath the 20 MA, and I just didn't like it. I didn't feel like that was enough evidence to reverse this entire thing. Now, if we get a strong push up, you know, it stops you out. It might not go the way that you want it to go from the, you know, previously. This is a shame. It's a shame. At this point, it's a second entry long, right? Oops. It's a second entry long. A, B, C. Trap to the downside now, perhaps. Higher low setup. I'll take the higher low. Give me the higher low setup. Give me that higher low. Second entry long, right? Pikachu trade, right? Fail second entry short plus second entry long, all in one spot. You can see with the magenta box here, it does push up strong. It does give you a scalp. So my premise was right, but just didn't have the right setup here. Right, we're beneath the 20 MA. It's hard for me to go long here. That's why I wanted the higher low. I wanted this to trigger beneath here and then push up again and give me the second entry long, higher low above this this pivot, and that would have been the setup that I was looking for. Unfortunately, it didn't give me that higher low setup. It just gave me second entry long. The main reason why I didn't want to take the second entry long, obviously, is because we're beneath the 20 MA still. So I don't like to take trades on the opposite side of 20 MA. Strong push up. So premise was right. I had the right direction. The setup is not the setup I was looking for, so I skipped it, you know. But like I mentioned, the overnight low here, I thought was gonna act as some sort of support, and I just wanted evidence of that before going long. And the evidence was not as strong as I wanted it to have been, but ends up doing, you know, what I thought I was going to do. But Pandas, you got to pay attention to this. The fact that this trapped here off of support, and that trap trapped, and that trap trapped. So you got a trap, triple trap here, and the triple trap finally works. You know, this means that, man, the market might be a little tricky today. You know, we got a triple trap here. Very tricky, very tricky. I don't like triple traps. We do have a trap trade here, and it's just kind of close to the previous, or this range, right? These pivots, it's kind of hard to go long here. Even though I like the direction it's going right now, and the bounce off here, I don't know. I do want to go long, but it looks so choppy to me. Like, I don't feel confident that this is going to do anything much. As in, like, it can clearly go up, right? This is a big risk now as well. 1, 2, 3, 4-point risk. In fact, I'd like to come with that little retracement there. That might be a little better. 2-point risk. Ends up popping up a little bit here. Gives you a nice scalp. You know, maybe this is the trap trade we're waiting for. Failed breakout currently, but maybe some follow through now. I mean, these pivot highs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we make some sort of double bottom here. You know, we come back here, make a double bottom, then finally get the true reversal that we're looking for. The reason why I'm saying that is because we're so choppy, right? We're so choppy going back up. This is why I don't feel confident we're going to really have a strong trend, because the price action looks very choppy right now. So for me, I wouldn't be surprised if we make a double bottom, you know, instead of just, if these are strong bull bars and it's just super solid and, you know, no overlapping bars, then of course I'll think, okay, this is the reversal. But because I see a bunch of choppiness here, I'm just thinking this doesn't look very convincing to me. So I think maybe they want at least a double bottom here before they make a true reversal, if there is a double bottom. Tyler Malema, welcome. Welcome. Mojo says his two-legged pullback algorithm is based on reversals that are only indicated when above or below 20 MA. Exactly. Look at this trap here. This trap actually, right, beneath the 20 MA. And that saved me. I would have lost that trade if I took that trade. That's why I do that. Stephen Laveham asks how many Apex accounts I have. A lot. I have about 200 to 300 Apex accounts. Yeah, I have about 1,000 Apex accounts. Oh gosh. I try to be rude, but that information is proprietary information for the pre-market show. If you want to know, join the pre-market show. You know, it's 1 cup of coffee a month, and so yeah, I was trying to get like about 1 million of them, but I think you know, the fees start to add up a little bit when you get beyond like 1,000. Emmanuel Martinez says, I saw that post you made yesterday, Panda, so motivational. Let's go, baby. You know? If a panda can do it, then a human can do it, for sure. And what I'm saying is, if I can do this, I am not special in any way. As you can see, I've made a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. I'm emotional. I get emotional sometimes. Right? I'm not perfect. I'm not even close to my fullest potential when it comes to trading. But yet, I am still able to get bamboo. Yeah. 90 a month for the monthly fee. So aren't I paying 50,000 a month in fees? Yeah, I do have about 5,000 accounts. Yeah, about 5,000 accounts. I pay about 50K a month in fees. It's a lot of money, but it's worth it because literally one scalp on all the accounts, on 5,000 accounts, you can make up the money on the fees easily with one scalp. You make $100 a scalp, you pay for your fees in one scalp. That's the fee that you pay for free NinjaTrader license, free data, and also the opportunity to pull out $10,000 out of each account. You pay $85. People are so hung up on the $85 a month a fee, they don't realize what you're paying for when you do that. You're paying for free license, you're paying for free data, you're paying for the opportunity to pull out $10,000 on that account. So, in my opinion, that fee, if that's what's stopping you, I would say is just to me, it's a silly reason to not try. You know what I'm saying? So start paying off the national debt. I would need about 1 billion Apex accounts. If I had 1 billion Apex accounts, then maybe. And the best part is, Pandas, if you have an LLC, I don't know if you need an LLC, but you're basically a consultant with Apex, right? So if you do pay $85 a fee, sorry, this price action is choppy. I'm just taking some time to explain this, but if you do pay the fees and you have an LLC set up, those are all expenses, right? So let's say you pull out, $100,000, at the end of the year, but you paid like altogether like $10,000 in fees, right? You can that's an expense for you as a consultant. So it's like you guys are
10,000
complaining
TikTok.
about these things and you're not really thinking about it, in my opinion. It's just because, for me, if you think less, for me, if you think, when you have to think about more about something and it becomes like more clear, and you get more clarity and it becomes even more convincing, to me that is, that's a good sign. The less you think and the worse it is, that means, I think, it's just ignorance. But the truth is, yes, that is true. You have to be profitable. If you're not profitable, forget about it. If you're not profitable, that's a definition of you just cannot make money. You simply will not make money on any type of trading. So I would recommend this for people. If you want multiple accounts, I would recommend that only for people who are confident that they are profitable traders. Let me just be very clear. If you're not a profitable trader, you will not make money no matter what. You can have a million accounts. It doesn't matter. One account, a million accounts. You simply cannot make money. But if you are confident that you're profitable, then I would say that's time for you to start opening multiple accounts. I will also say, if you are just starting, that opening Apex account is not a bad idea either. But you don't open multiple, just open one. Right? You open one, you use it to practice, you use it to have the potential to pull out $10,000. You have a little skin in the game, so it's not just sim trading. So you stick to your rules even greater, and it's harder to lie to yourself. You have a lot of good benefits of using Apex as the next step beyond sim to become to trade. So and I would say, if you're just starting, don't open 10 accounts, open one account. Get good at that one account. Prove your profitability. Then once you are profitable, maybe, and I'm not gonna lie, the expectation should be like 2 to 3 years before you feel like you're starting to become profitable. I think, right? I would say 2 to 3 years. And so, in my opinion, if you're wondering, I'm not trying to make a get rich scheme, like quick rich scheme. I'm not doing that. You know me on this channel. If you've been here long enough, you know that I'm honest. I'm as honest as you can get. For me, I do not care
10,000
if I get a
TikTok.
lot of viewers. I'm not trying to make this stream flashy at all. I'm trying to give a good experience to you guys, but at the same time, I'm going to be real, because my experience is real, is really real. And the thing is, I have, and the thing is, I have to be, because I have a membership where everyone can see, right? If you're a member, you can see all my account balances, you can see my journey, you can see my failures, you can see my successes. So there's just no point of me lying, quote unquote, lying to you guys, because there are people who know the quote unquote truth about everything. So if I'm lying about anything, any panda here at any moment can say, "Oh, he's lying," right? That actually didn't happen, right? Like any panda here can say, like, they can verify everything I'm saying. So Richard Harris, Panda, does Daryl give you Apex accounts? He doesn't. He doesn't. I did reach 10,000 subs, and it was a 10,000 sub special, and they were generous enough to give me some accounts for free. But I decided to actually gift that to you guys as the grand prize. They were gonna give me like 5 accounts for free, and the reset fees were also free. It was crazy. I was like, this is incredible. Like, they were giving me like an account that's free, like eval account that's free, plus resets were free, and I was like, this is wild. And so that was a grand prize for someone at the 10,000 sub special. That was like the grand prize. Like that was the creme de la creme, or the coupe de grace. Like, it was a incredible grand prize, I think. Eval account that was 100% free, and there's no reset fees. That is that's legit free money. That is free money. But I ended up gifting that to you guys, because I didn't really need it, actually. Can eval count copy funded account trade? If you have the trade copy, you can copy across any accounts. Big push down. We're retesting this level again, and this is the double bottom that I was mentioning. And it could crash down. I don't know. It might just crash down here. The daily chart is like very interesting right now. Are we going to actually trigger this first entry? Perhaps. We may want to trigger that first entry. It's a little bit ways down, but We could trigger that first entry. That wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility. Could have a double bottom here as well. I'm going to let the price action speak to me here. Turtle toes up from 300 to negative 400. You got to recognize that chop. You know, like I said, it's better to be flat than red. Even it's better to be flat than green and then red, right? As long as the final outcome is red, it's always better to be flat. So this is for you guys right now. I gotta make a better pull. I hate this pull. This pull doesn't give me good information here. Nah, I gotta combine this. I guess. It's a silly pull. Whatever. Pans, make sure you scalp that like button. Big push up, double bottom off of that wedge here. Trap trade, I'll be interested in going long. Sure, why not? Give me a trap to the long side, and I'll be interested. The bars are getting larger now. It's a little tricky. By the way, Pandas, tomorrow there is news, so just be aware. At 8:30 a.m. there's going to be big news, and I think it's going to really affect the market. I'm going to try to have a runner here, Pandas. Let's see if we can get a nice runner. I think this is a good reversal spot. I might be red here by the end of this, but I feel like this is a good reversal spot. So I'm going to try to have a runner here. Let's see if we can get it. Do not copy my trades. I'm coming with 2 contracts. I typically don't do this, but I want a runner. In this trade, do not copy my trades. I think this is a good reversal spot. It's off. It's basically a double bottom. We got a reversal setup here. Failed second entry short. And we can have a nice push up here. And I'm going to see if I can get a nice runner here. I'm not sure if it's possible. I might not even get the scalp. Who knows? But I think this is a good spot here. Reversing a little bit here. I'm going to get a 1-to-1 on my original, my core position here on one scalp. I'm going to get a 1-to-1 here if that's possible. Again, whatever trade you enter, you have to be comfortable losing the trade. And so I'm comfortable losing this. It's about $300 loss if I do lose this. And I'm completely okay with that because of the gain is worth the risk in my opinion, right? We can come back to the top of the trading range. We have a trap trade here, and we also coming off a double bottom, off a wedge. I have a lot of reasons to try to reverse this, but you know, if I lose it, I lose it, and we move on. Next trade. At this point, you kind of want to come out just maybe skunk it because the fact that this is multiple bars now, like maybe 3 bars in, you want to skunk it.
10,000 tick trap. 10,000 tick trap.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it does that sometimes when you have multiple accounts. Okay, lost that trade. I'm down 300, and I'm okay with that. Like I mentioned, like that to me was worth the trade. Ooh. Darn, something happened. Something weird happened. Something definitely weird happened. It's all good. Darn it. You know what? That was kind of crappy, but it's all good. You know, to me, like that swing was worth it. I don't mind losing that, and it's all good. Ah, so frustrating.
$10,000 tick trap.
Just watching this. Tricky, in my opinion. Very tricky. You know, that's a nice spot for reversal. And the fact that I did that makes me a little hesitant to maybe trade today. I don't know. Iron Chris says he beat 5 times, so he has 5 accounts. Yeah, sure. I just realized that I have like multiple workspaces on NinjaTrader, and I think I had my copier. I didn't fully close the workspace. I think my copier, my other workspace, also triggered. So I actually was in a lot more trades than I thought I was. It was doubling up the trade copier. So I'm kind of a little upset about that right now, and I just had to double check everything, and that actually did happen. So it's unfortunate. Make sure if you have multiple workspaces that you close it out so the trade copier doesn't trigger across your workspaces, unless you want that to happen. But you know that it just happened to me, and I did not want it to happen. It's another attempt possibly to reverse here. I don't know if I'll take it though. I'm a glutton for pain.
10,000 tick trap.
Just watching. I was actually interested in a failed second entry short here as well, thinking my premise is still good, that we are just basically at the bottom of the trading range today. Ends up being a micro double bottom instead of a failed second entry short. And now it's going the way I thought it was going to go after one push down, stopping me out, and then now it's going the way I thought it was going to go, unfortunately. And the kicker is no setup. It's really frustrating. Pandas. I'm kind of a little shocked or shook because it copied the trades across other my other workspaces. Kind of annoying, but it's all good. It's all good. Could be a break of trend to new high here. Possible fail signature short here. Do I want to get burned again is the question. On the same setup, but a second attempt at it. Am I okay with being burned again here? Starting to get a little choppy, plus now we have trading range indicator telling us we're on top of a trading range. Inside bar, OI pattern. Does push up. Trap does trigger here. Could be a strong reversal. I wouldn't be surprised. Main thing stopping me is 10,000 tick chart, 20 EMA. So frustrating. I mean, I thought that reversal was going to happen here. Reversal ends up happening right here. Man, that is just a shame. It stops me out. Does one more push down. Then decides to go its merry way. Maybe I should have seen this as first breaker trend to new low. Might have missed that. Don't know. I thought the setup looked good to me. The only thing I'm actually bummed out about is the fact that this copied across multiple times. I was so like shook by it. It's actually really annoying. It's you know, the loss is a lot more than I thought. It was basically double my losses. I would go to double my gains too, but it's just unfortunate. Didn't want to risk that much. Nice push up here. So reversal idea was right, just the timing was wrong. Overall, it means bad trade. I was going to enter again here, but it never triggered that second entry short, which is unfortunate because if it did, I would have gone long here again. A second attempt of this reversal that failed here. Another attempt for that reversal. Good trade here. I would have made up my losses. I would have made break even the 3 points here easily with the first swing up. You know, so you go break even on there, and if you have a runner, then you know, it depends on how you manage it. I might have got stopped out my runner right here. It depends. It's unfortunate. That's a shame. It is so frustrating. Okay, I'll stop talking about it. It is frustrating though. It's kind of messy on my psyche, and I don't know if I can trade the rest of the day because I feel like I'm gonna just try to be making up my money I lost. The money I felt like I lost unfairly, but it was my mistake. I should have closed my workspaces. Richard Harris says, "Can I hire your Nightbot for my browser history?" I don't think the Nightbot's strong enough for that, man. Hugh, how many accounts did it copy over to? Why does everyone want to try to like get me to say how many accounts I have? Just become a panda and you'll know. It's that easy. I actually already said I have 1,345 accounts. So the beeps were so fast, I actually just couldn't keep up. Darn, that's unfortunate. Alright, pandas. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Remember, 8:30 tomorrow is news, and so do not forget it. I am down red today. It's all good. We'll move on. I thought the trade was worth it, so if I keep on taking good setups, I think at the end it will be beneficial. But pandas, that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow 9:15 mainstream and 9 o'clock pre-market show. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.